There's an interesting case there which made history yesterday in the district court. It involved the self-described citizen journalist Philip Dwyer. He has been given a 2-month suspended sentence for failing to obey a Garda direction to move on. But the history-making legal aspect of this is that it's the first time that Garda bodycam footage has been used in the prosecution, and obviously used successfully. The judge at the end of the hearing told Philip Dwyer that the accused was not protected by the claim of being a journalist, or a citizen journalist, or a accredited journalist, or a judge, or a priest, or whatever. He said, you're still subject to the rigours of Section 8 of the Public Order Act. This situation arose from Garda bodycam footage, which was used for the first time, as I say, in a court case for the prosecution of the self-proclaimed citizen journalist Philip Dwyer, who's an anti-immigration activist. He was prosecuted and convicted for failing to move on during riots in Coolock last year. He was given a 2-month fully suspended sentence by the judge, but he needs to engage with the probation service and I think meet with them every 3 months or so. There had been unrest in the area after government announced plans to use the disused Crown Paints factory in Coolock to accommodate hundreds of international protection applicants. Dwyer was cleared of refusing to tell Gardaí his name, but he told the Gardaí at the scene that the case would be thrown out of court. He was found guilty of failing to comply with the direction to leave the area, and he was fined €500, and he was ordered to report to the probation service every 3 months for the next 2 years. Frontline Gardaí in Ireland began using bodycam footage, and this case marked the first time that the technology was used in court to describe or to secure a conviction. Philip Dwyer is an anti-immigration activist. He is a self-described citizen journalist. The court heard that he was a trainee journalist on a course. He did freelance work with sporadic income totaling about €500 a year, and that he relied on social welfare. He's a former property manager and window repairman. He also depended on donations for his equipment. He testified that he had been in the Coolock area and that there had been he was reporting on a subject that was of national interest. He was live streaming to 13,000 followers at the time. He claimed that he was singled out. He maintained that he followed the direction given to him by the detective inspector who had told the hearing that the accused tried to interview him immediately after he was given the direction to leave. The judge found him guilty. Judge Hughes said that he held that he had not obeyed and did not leave immediately as required under the law in a peaceable and orderly manner. He remarked that it clearly happened during riotous conditions. The judge went on to describe it as a very difficult, dangerous, dynamic, fast-moving situation where other individuals felt that it was appropriate to go toe-to-toe with the state. Footage from Detective Inspector McDevitt's official bodycam was shown during the hearing. It picked up Philip Dwyer saying that he was a citizen journalist, and the officer replied, "You're a prisoner now," as he was arrested and handcuffed. The video showed Dwyer telling the inspector that he had not refused to leave and that the people of Ireland have the right to know, and he accused the Gardaí of being unable to control unvetted people coming into the country. He was also heard telling them, "This is going to be thrown out of court unless you tell a lot of lies," which the judge found to be indicative of Dwyer's mindset before arrest. In evidence, the accused claimed that he had told youths to stop throwing stones, to stop, and that he complied with the Garda within seconds, but he had argued his case with the officer and was arrested. He believed that the arrest was not justified. The accused, Dwyer, said he had asked about updates and that he was reporting on the events in the area, but denied trying to interview the inspector. He has minor road traffic offences convictions dating back to 2014, but the judge did tell him that he was not protected by being a journalist, or a citizen journalist, or accredited journalist, or a judge, or a priest, or whatever. He said, "You're still subject to the rigours of Section 8 of the Public Order Act." So that's a 2-month suspended sentence for Philip Dwyer, the citizen journalist, anti-immigration activist. Hope you liked the video. Thanks a lot.